All right, so here's a look at this record player by the brand 1x1. Obviously, you could see the main thing about this is going to be its aesthetic. This thing looks great in here. It's given like a retro vintage style, which fits perfect here in my room. And it also has this cover on top, which is a nice smoked gray instead of just a basic clear top, which I really like. This gives it a nice look. It also has these little cushion pads here as well, so when you go to push it down, it's not just going to slam against there. Now the design up here on top is going to be a black wooden style. There is kind of like a gray taupe color right here, and in the front, this is where the speaker is, so you can see there's kind of like a mesh filter up on the front and a little bit of branding by the brand 1x1. So this is going to be a 3-in-1, so it'll play Bluetooth off your phone, it'll play smaller records and standard size records. There's going to be a couple different settings here, so let's take a look. So up here we've got the stop/aux in, so if you wanted to connect it with auxiliary cable, you definitely can. There's over here BT, which is Bluetooth. Then we have the 33 and the 45. So depending on what type of record you're playing, you're going to need to set that. So a smaller record would need to be on the 45, and a regular record like the one that we've got here, standard 12-inch, is going to be on 33. Then you've got your volume knob. So if you wanted to just turn this off all the way, so there's no electricity, no power going into it, then you're just going to turn it all the way to the left. And then to turn it on, you're just going to do a slight click. I really like the design of these knobs. They feel nice and heavy. They're kind of like a dark black metal with a silver lining on it. Just looks great. I mean, the whole thing, the reason I got this was because of the look of it. This is also going to have an AT-3600 cartridge, so it's going to be really high quality audio when playing a record. So let's go ahead and start off by playing an actual record. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on the 33 speed, and then I've got the volume. Right now it's on about a third volume. Now it's on half. I'm not even going to go all the way up because it gets pretty loud, and you guys can kind of hear. The quality of it is great. And over here on the back end, you can also adjust this. So if you need to balance the cartridge, you're able to do that by kind of turning this weight. Let me go ahead and just take it off so you can kind of see. It's got some measurements here on the back, which is nice because you can really dial in the weight, and we can basically just spin this back on. Make sure that you spin this up towards you. That way you can see where the numbers are. So you can see right here, when we spin this on, now we can really dial this in, and we're able to see it here. When it comes in from the manufacturer, I think this is spun backwards, so just make sure that it is forward like that. That way you could actually see where you're going to be making the adjustment. All right, I'm going to go ahead and place this back in here. Let's turn it back on, and now let's turn it on to the Bluetooth mode. I'm going to connect my phone, which it's really easy to connect. All you got to do is go into your settings, click on Bluetooth, and then find the name of this, and it'll automatically connect. So I'm already connected, and that's another great thing about this one specifically is soon as you click it over to the Bluetooth, if you've connected in the past, it automatically connects. And honestly, this connects faster to my phone than my car does, than my small Bluetooth speakers do. So this is great. I love that it connects right away, and it's really easy. You could just bring up your music, maybe Spotify or whatever, turn it on, and it'll start playing. It's all the way up on my phone, so the volume's all the way up. And now I'll turn this up. Now we're on about 50% volume right now, which I feel like 50 is a nice comfortable listening volume if you're just chilling kind of by yourself. Now if you've got people over, maybe you're having a little bit of a party, you could definitely pump this up to like 75. And now it gets to the point where it's a little bit hard to hear each other if we're standing right next to it. So this speaker does get really loud. I really like the fact that this has a pretty high volume, and the sound quality on this is great. And the last thing I want to show you guys here is it's got this cover up here on top, which you could take off. And the way that we actually connect this is there is a belt inside here. So if you come look really close right here, there's a belt, and this is going to be like a tensioner belt. I could actually pull this off so you can see. the belt is going to be kind of on the inside there. So when you do get it, to install it, it's really easy. All you got to do is just place this down right here. Then you're going to take the belt, which is right here. You're going to put it around the tensioner, and then that's going to give this the tension and be able to spin it. So if you're looking for a really nice retro vintage inspired record player that can play Bluetooth records and auxiliary in, then I would highly recommend picking this one up by One by One.